Wait, you're telling me my son has been terminally diagnosed? What's going on? I'm really sorry for contacting you so late. I was a little hesitant to tell you this, but it wouldn't have been right to not let you know. This is all so sudden for me. Just how much longer does Kenny have left to live for? I talked with the nurse not too long ago. It seems like he has only a few months left. I can't believe this is happening. What should I do now? I need you to divorce my son as soon as possible. Huh? Wait, why are you telling me this? Don't misunderstand now. I'm telling you this for your own good. What do you mean? I'd rather you remember his life rather than his death. I understand what it means to lose a husband, and I don't want you to know that feeling. Are you telling me to just divorce him and forget about him? I just don't want your last meeting with him to leave you with any painful memories. I appreciate your consideration for me. However, I would prefer to stay married to him until the very end. Is that so? We've been married for 7 years now. We may have had some disagreements here and there, but in the end, I still love him with all my heart. So I want to be with him until the very end. Well, besides, I'm worried about you as well. You've already lost your husband. It must be horrible having to lose your son as well. You don't have to worry about me at all. I'll be fine. It must be difficult for you. This is your only child, after all. You've done a lot for us these past 7 years. I can't bear to think of cutting ties with you after all of that. Well, you've been a very good wife to my son. That much is clear to me. Whenever he spoke of you, he would always light up with joy. There are a lot of times where mother and daughters-in-law have a lot of issues with each other. I'm extremely thankful to have gotten along with you so well. If you want to do what's best for me, then you should divorce my son then. Why are you being so pushy with this? After Kenny passes away, I'll eventually have to have someone look after me. I'm so old that I can't take care of myself anymore. Please let me help you. No, I'll be fine. I'll go into a nursing institution. Please don't be so hesitant. I want to be helpful to you. So please let me lend you a hand. You sure don't like to listen to what other people have to say. I keep telling you to divorce my son already. Mary? What's going on? I'm sorry for snapping at you. The truth is, my son has a debt that needs to be taken care of. Huh? When he passes away, the debt will just be handed off to surviving family members the same way an inheritance would be. I don't want you to have to bear the burden of paying off such a thing. You're so kind to me. You're always looking out for me even though we aren't blood related. Do you understand what I'm talking about now? But that just means that you'll be carrying the debt all by yourself then. Kenny has been sending me some money every month. I've been saving it, so I should be okay for now. Oh, you got some money from Kenny. Oh, did you think it was a little strange of him to send me money despite having a loan to pay off? Oh, no, that's not what I was trying to imply. That child. He cared about me so much that he was willing to take out a loan to help me out. What a kind child he is. But on the other hand, that must have been quite troublesome for you. Oh no, don't think anything of it. Well, that's why I want you to live a carefree life for him. Won't you divorce him? There's no way I can do that after all of this. Huh? I love Kenny so much. I wish to keep his last name as well. I told you that you can't do that! Why would you go so far as to make us get divorced? You need to listen to what I tell you. I need some time to think about this. Is that all right with you? Yeah, sure. That's fine. Just make sure you decide soon. My name is Marianne. I'm 39 years old and married. My husband, Kenny, just recently was terminally diagnosed. To be honest, it still hasn't hit me yet. It just doesn't feel real at all. I can't even cry yet because I just can't believe it. I imagine this would come as an even greater shock to his mother, so I've been very worried about her sake. But for some reason, something seems off about her behavior. She understands the situation quite well. But isn't it strange to demand a divorce for us at a time like this? Moreover, I can't just abandon my mother-in-law. She has always been so kind to me throughout the years. So, I've decided to not go through with any divorce. However, it seems that the cracks are starting to show with my mother-in-law. It seems that I'm about to discover her true nature after all this time. You still haven't filed for divorce yet! I think I'm going to stay married to him after all. I decided to visit him in the hospital this morning, but after seeing his face, I just can't bring myself to divorce him. You blockhead! You really are a useless wife! Huh? You're so inconsiderate of my situation. It really pisses me off. What are you talking about? I won't hand over my son's inheritance. It all belongs to me. Inheritance? I thought he had a loan. I was obviously lying about that. He was sending me about $4,000 a month, but there's no way he would need to take out a loan for that. Are you feeling all right? You're acting completely different from how you usually are. I'm so tired of acting like a nice mother-in-law to you. It's completely exhausting. As long as I have the money, nothing else matters. In other words, the whole reason you want me to divorce Kenny is just so that you can receive his inheritance? I wanted to keep up the act until the end, so I came up with all kinds of excuses to get you to divorce him. But you're so thick-headed that you just couldn't take the hint. It's like I'm talking to a completely different person. I'll bet you're aiming for his inheritance as well, you shameless woman. You don't have a job, so you do anything to leech off Kenny. I don't think you're aware of this, but I actually am working a job. I'll bet it's just some low-wage part-time job you're working at. If that's what you want to think, I won't try to change your mind. On top of being shameless and ugly, you're also bratty and selfish. You really are the scum of the earth. I've been so nice to you for all these years. You should be rewarding me in some way. I trusted you so much up until this point. I had no idea this is how you were really like. I really hope this is all just a dream. I'm the one hoping this is all a dream. For Kenny to marry a woman like you is completely shameful. He is an embarrassment to my family as well. But he's your son. Is that really how you think of him? I've always wanted a little girl for the longest time. If I couldn't have a daughter, then I didn't need kids to begin with. How could you say such a thing? You should love your child no matter who they are. Don't push your values onto me. I thought you treasured him as your child. There's been times where I've considered just flat out dumping him somewhere, but after thinking about how I can turn him into a cash cow, I decided it wouldn't hurt to raise him after all. How could you even consider doing something like that? Is money the only thing you can see in your son? Yeah. And what's wrong with that? It takes a lot of money raising a kid until they grow up. It's only fair that they return the favor when they're able to. I've completely misjudged you. You're nothing like the kind-hearted person I always thought you were. But I did a good job raising him into a splendid man. Wouldn't you agree? After graduating college, he was able to get hired at a first-rate company and has been working his butt off till this day. I've decided to cut ties with you. Oh, really? I don't want to have anything to do with someone like you. I don't want to talk with someone who treats their own son like a disposable toy. You don't have to worry about a thing. You've already cut ties with me. Huh? I filed your papers for divorce. As of now, the two of you are no longer in a legal relationship. You can thank me later. How are you able to do something like that? I figured it would be pointless trying to convince you anymore, so I submitted the documents for you. But neither me nor Kenny have signed them. I was able to replicate both of your handwriting, so I took the liberty of signing them myself. The handwriting is so perfect that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So there's no use crying forgery to me. You'll never be able to prosecute me for this. Huh. I had no idea you wanted the inheritance that badly. You really will go to any lengths just to get rich quick, huh? Of course I would. So how do you like them apples? Oh well, now I can breathe a sigh of relief. Huh? I thought I would have to cover Kenny's debt after he passed away. Just thinking about it was making me feel depressed, so I feel like a great weight is lifted off of my shoulders. It's so nice knowing that someone else would take the mantle for me. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Didn't I tell you already that there wasn't any debt? I made all of that up. But he really does have a debt that he needs to pay off. What are you talking about? Kenny made a huge blunder at work which costed him dearly. Due to that mistake, he owes a debt of over $800K. Didn't you know about it? Over $800,000? He tried to work independently from his company, but it turned out to be more than he bargained for. He overworked himself to the point where his body started to collapse. And it happened during a crucial moment which caused a business deal to go sour. In addition, he needed a lot of money for medical treatment. That doesn't make any sense! If he had a debt to pay off, then there's no way he would have been able to send me money every month. Oh, that's right. If I were to cut ties with you, then we could stop sending you that monthly $4K. I'll be able to start saving up plenty of money after this. What are you talking about? That $4K you were getting every month was coming from me. What? How is that even possible? Didn't you yourself say you were a housewife all this time? Kenny didn't want you to know about the fact that he injured himself so badly. He couldn't stand the thought of making you worry about him so much. So it was actually the opposite. I was the one out working while Kenny was the one staying in the house all this time. So if you've got a job, then how come you haven't paid off Kenny's debt yet? We've been paying it off little by little. At first, the debt was over $1,600K. You owed that much money? Just how big was this screw-up? My annual income is about $150K, so we haven't been able to completely pay it off yet. Hey! How can you be making over $150K? Just what kind of job are you working for? 5 years ago, we set up a company that handles Northern European furniture and general goods. And I started working as the CEO of that company. A woman CEO? That's not really something unusual to see these days, is it? Well, yeah, I suppose it isn't, but I never thought you would be in such a high-paying position. I've always treasured you as though you were my real mother. So I prioritized sending you money over paying back our debt. I wanted to protect Kenny's wish in not letting you know he injured himself at the time as well. I planned on telling you after he passed away. That monthly $4K you've been sending me has really been a lifesaver. I was planning on continuing to send you the money monthly while also paying off my debt at the same time. Is that true? But now, I'm putting an end to all of this. Wait, don't stop sending me the money. If you don't send me any money, then I can't afford to live. You'll be able to afford to live if you start working a job. I can't work at my age, though. I'm 65 years old. I'm frail and can barely move around. Not to mention my memory and eyesight aren't as good as it used to be. Don't use your age as a shield. My next-door neighbor runs a grocery store and she's an 85-year-old grandma. You're still 65 years old, so you're still capable of working. Well, I suppose, but I've never worked a day in my life before. I don't have any skills. I would only be a burden to those around me. You still have time to do it while you're young. Break a leg. I can't. It's not possible for me. If you leave the debt alone for too long, you'll start to accumulate interest on it and the price will go up even higher. Please keep that in mind for the future. Even if it didn't go any higher, I can't afford to pay off an $800K debt. Well, I can't really do anything about that. After all, I'm not legally married to Kenny anymore. Well, how about I just not pay it at all? I checked on the web and it seems that debts can become invalid after a certain amount of time, so I can just make it all disappear. If you don't pay it at all, then even if you were to get a job from now on, then your wage would just get foreclosed. That wouldn't really be good for your life either. Are you telling me I won't be able to enjoy the rest of my life? If you don't get your annual salary foreclosed, then you might be able to pay it off in 7 years if you work hard enough. Would I be able to eat frog gras on my annual income? What about caviar? Would I even be able to eat truffle? With your annual income, you would probably barely be able to scrape by with your debt. Could I get my 4K? Huh? When Kenny was giving me money, he would send me messages saying he would get some money earlier than usual from his annual income. I was wondering if I could also get that much money early. If you could receive that much money whenever you wanted, then the whole country would collapse. This sucks! It's your fault for sending me that 4K every month. If you didn't do that, I wouldn't have strived for such a lavish lifestyle. That's completely nonsensical. So keep giving me those monthly checks. I don't think so. Don't you feel bad for me at all? I'm completely helpless at my age. And I've done so much for you. Well, I'm grateful for everything you've done for me these past 7 years. I don't need a stepmother who doesn't love her own son. I'll take back everything I've said so far. You can keep the inheritance. I don't need any of it. Oh no. I should at least leave you with something so you can get a head start on paying off that debt. I'll keep quiet about everything you've told me to Kenny. After all, there are some things that are better left unknown to some people. Even if I'm taken off the family registry, I'll still be his wife until the very end. All you're doing is paying lip service to me! I don't need to pay any lip service to someone like you. I don't really like talking to you anymore. I'm going to spend the rest of my time staying with Kenny. Wait a minute. If you just meet with me, then we can talk this over. Maybe we can better understand each other. I understand you quite well enough. You've shown your true colors to me. Well then, goodbye. I should have just kept my mouth shut and pretended to be a good mother-in-law till the very end. After fighting with my mother-in-law, I spent the rest of my time staying by Kenny's side. I stayed in his room whenever the visiting hours were open. It seems that he never knew about his mother's true nature at all. Honestly, I think that was for the best, so I made sure to keep quiet about it. We spent the rest of his time talking about all kinds of things. We talked about how we first met and our first date at the park for a picnic, as well as how it started suddenly raining heavily that day, leaving us both soaked to the core. We talked about all kinds of silly things that we enjoyed in our lives up until this point. Eventually, his consciousness started to drift, and it ended up just me talking to myself. I wonder if he could see how his mother is in heaven. How she spent her life chasing a lavish lifestyle only to end up poor, having to pay for the debt she inherited from him. I would hate for him to have his image of her be tainted. So I hope my beloved Kenny can only see me from heaven above. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe to our channel. See you next time!